that you have to harass me as one of your own.
Now we'll pause Demon Mom on that device and get Demon Mom back on the better device. Okay, can we load now? Okay, now here's Demon Mom, and now we're going to the Demon Mom Live. We'll set it back to the beginning.
Now,
we're only a couple minutes behind.
I'm hopeful that when I search through my belongings that I'll find some of my, like, toothbrush and hairbrushes. I mean, the last thing the cops stole the last time. So I'm like, oh my God, I started cracking up even before I started smoking right now. I was like, oh my God, like people are so fucking stupid. Like, first of all the glass that was shattered was sitting in the driver's seat. That wouldn't have happened if the brick had been thrown from that window, mind you. That I know because I've seen windows that have been shattered before, and that's not what happens. All of the glass goes directly into this one side. So what had happened, whatever is going on, why my life is this way, the same thing that I think that somebody chopped my dog's head off, I really don't believe that my pit bull ate my fucking poodle's head, completely just devoured it. How does that even happen? So I'm laughing right now because I'm like, these people are sick. Do you realize that the officers, while I was sitting there being detained because of the warrant in Arkansas, they ended up searching my car, right? So they thought they had the right to. And in actuality, they didn't. Because I have a medicinal marijuana card. So when they were pissed off that I was smoking weed in front of them, that's why all this happened. Because they don't want to be talked down to. They don't want to, be proven wrong. So they think that in their crazy mind that they're going to get it over on people if they just keep continually harassing people and causing this mischief, then they're going to eventually stop. They're going to stop. They're going to stop, if you steal the child, then they don't have, I mean, I already know.
Now,
like, I know that.
Thing. It's just like she never had a baby. I mean, look at how she's acting. If you just had a baby and gave it to CPS, I mean, go back 2 months ago and her randomly go on. It's just like any other day. And this is what I'm finding shocking right here.
This isn't a normal circumstance. I know damn well I'm not seeking anything from you guys. I'm not. Just because I get paid by the government doesn't mean that you have to harass me as one of your own and do whatever kind of crazy shit you're doing. There's literally glass all over my seat and I tried to wipe it out. I'm telling you, in no way, if the brick even had bounced off into here and fell on the floor, then it would have had all the glass shattered in this one spot. It would have not worked that way. That's not how physics is. You don't just throw a glass and expect, oh, all this shit's going to shatter on this side. No. Do you know what's missing in my vehicle?
Leticia, I know you're going to watch this at some point. It's safety glass. It's made to do that, so it does not cut you into a million ribbons. For when I was 18 years old, I was hit by a drunk driver in a thunderstorm, and my head went through the driver's passenger window. And it's the only time I have ever been knocked out. I remember my head going through the window. I remember the window shattering, but there is about a 1.1 second or a 1.5 second that I don't actually have any memory of.
Aside from the fact that this is probably stolen the night that they did their warrant, right? That they
took your weed as evidence and
went through my car, mind you, when they detained me a couple of days ago.
How did you catch that?
The weed is gone. The weed that I spent
I thought that was funny. Nicolina says, I'm getting off here. She'll probably be on later. I flipped down her live, and that instant, there's Leticia.
$100 on is gone.
Hello, Lisa.
Sitting in the fucking
I guess
console,
I'm doing a live.
sitting in the cup holder mind you.
I actually planned
was
on
my
being here
fucking
about an
grinder.
hour later, hour and a half.
My grinder here.
Ready or not,
With
Mom of the
this,
Year, here she
which
is.
is the bubble hash. One of the most expensive fucking things for weed. How in the fuck, if somebody was just looking for drugs, just looking for that, or was it just the officer?
She knew they busted it out to get her out, and she just doesn't want to say it. And she knows they confiscated her weed. But, you know, she'd kind of like someone to, what's your favorite word? Compensate her for it. So this is a better story.
That stole my shit. All of a sudden, why would you steal my charger? Why would you steal my phone charger of all absurd things? You guys are so funny. Like, I have no idea what else to do. The glass of my car got broken out. Did you not see the last video that I posted about shattered glass, shattered dreams? If you don't know what the fuck is going on, do not comment on my fucking feed.
Well, for example, I found this charger on the road. This cord works great. It's just the little slide thing that was on it was causing it a little hard to get in, and you just had to take the little slide thing off. But no doubt some pretty girl just was having trouble with it and just ripped it out and threw it out. And this is what I usually do to charge up for her life.
I'm telling you now, my fucking passenger side was shattered. You saw the video of all the glass sitting in the driver's seat. It wouldn't have happened like that. The shattered glass would have been majority over here in the passenger side because that was where the window was busted out. Why do I have to sit here and prove everyone wrong constantly? Why do I have to sit here and be the one to call people out on their bullshit?
Now, you see, she's really upset. I mean, okay, you just lost your baby, and all you're worried about is someone contradicting your story on how the window got broke. I mean, I can't do this justice. I mean, this is to where I wish I could channel Nicolina and know what she would say as a mother. Because she's had an experience of having that baby. Or a mother that lost a baby. I mean, can you imagine that you get out and this is all you're fucking worried about?
So no, I'm not reading your comments right now. Right now I'm telling you the story. I got back to my car after giving birth to a baby, and then they stole it, and they think that I'm gonna fight for it. Like, whatever. You guys do what you do, you're crazy. Like, whatever. The baby's better off. Whatever you say. I don't really care. You guys are crazy and psychotic. And I was actually one of, like, the best moms I have ever met, honestly. I'm so calm, and I never do anything to act out. Sure, I say a bunch of shit, but you're gonna abuse me for that? For my freedom of speech? Like, yikes, you guys are going to fucking hell. That's why I said on that, Satan hates godly people. Because the government is ran by a bunch of Satan's minions. And I really don't know what to say about that. I know damn well. And then I get back to my car, right? Now, if this would have been a 2-day process, and if my car would have been sitting in the heat, yes, I had this window up here.
Did you catch that? You know,
but
my prediction was 5 days after birth, and so, really, the 3rd to the 4th, I expect her to have a date, and if it is, Roger wins bragging rights in the Leticia pool. Now, I do got to go down my tab and find out who picked August 30th, because if anyone picked August 30th, I'm going to make a video and tell them they won the Leticia birthing pool, and they get eternal bragging rights to that fact.
My bottles of medicine were morphed.
Hello, Bug. Hello, Bridget.
They're all
and I'm pretty sure someone did pick the 30th.
They were sitting right on top. What the fuck? What the fuck? I understand that he can do that. I understand the sun can do that. But the fact that all of the shattered glass, a majority of it, was sitting in the driver's seat, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
also, the fact that my dog's collar was intact when my dog's head was consumed by my pit bull, That was the only thing gone off her body, was her entire head just consumed, right? I get home from therapy one day, was talking to the therapist about how...
Okay, a minute ago this pit bull didn't commit this act. And now all of a sudden, it's Jeffrey Dahmer dog. And by the way, animals do typically start eating at the head. They do. You know, it is reality. And, well, I have dodged this. You know, I've talked about the puppies because I've always felt the puppies as far as I needed to go. But in reality, I have the theory her dog died of neglect and her other dog just ate it, seeing it as scavenge. And then she says, my dog killed it. But yes, I believe that her cherished poodle died of neglect, in my personal opinion.
The police officers had abused and harassed me, and that's what happened when I got home. No joke. Like, I already know that there's something fishy going on. And, like I said before, it's not my vagina. I smell something.
Well, did you catch that? I said hook up with a guy. You remember what? One of Leticia's favorite things, you know, she might not be on camel ride duty yet. You know, she might not be ready to be a mounted soldier, you know, but I'm sure she could bob up and down like an apple, if you get my meaning.
Fishy, but it's not my vagina.
Hello,
so,
DC.
When I was looking through here, the fact that my grinder was still here, the fact that the bubble hash, which was the most expensive thing, my laptop is sitting in the fucking front seat on the floorboard. If somebody were to have broken in for any reason in order to steal that stuff, they would have stolen my fucking laptop. So why did you steal my car charger?
Okay, we now have evidence that, you know, any thief is going to take the laptop. So she has lost the cord. The cops took her weed and they broke the window, and everything in the world is as it is supposed to be.
Of all things. Are you guys okay? Like, why do you keep harassing me? Can you just leave me alone? Like, don't you already have my blood, sweat, and tears? Do you not? Have you not collected enough of it throughout my years? And then the detective, the one that said he shook my hand very firmly. You would think that that would be a respectable thing to do. He never called me back, right, to tell me about any of this occurrences here in their town, to say, oh, you know, yeah, there is stuff you have to go to court for. When I stood in front of the judge, I wasn't standing, I was in a wheelchair. And the judge didn't mention shit about my disorderly conduct that they tried to place on me, or the resisting.
Now, this is striking me in a weird way. You remember her content once upon a time. Just her bullshit content. She just freaking gave birth less than 24 hours ago, and this is the same kind of rambling crap that I could heard a year ago.
Arrest, or he didn't even mention anything either about endangering the baby. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe, Lisa.
But then all of a sudden the detective said, well, those things are still active.
I do. I think.
And I was like, wait a second, and the judge didn't say shit about it. Why would it still be active if nobody had me sign anything there at the proceeding? And now I realize, oh my God, all they're doing is fucking with me. All they are doing is fucking with me, trying to steal my reality from me, steal everything possible, and see how I manage. And I thought for sure my license was gone too, but it was just in a different area of my billfold.
Bush Mom, this is live. The instant Nicolina went off, I flipped down Nicolina, and there she is live. I was planning on being live at about 10 EST, but she's already live, and I had shit charged, so I just started it up, and we're about 8 minutes behind her at the moment.
And the officer just couldn't find it, and I was like, whatever. I'm really thirsty. I'm actually starving.
But yeah, she is live, and this
I'm
is
really
her.
sad. Like,
and we're
deep
getting
down,
a whole
of course,
23
who's not going to be
views
sad
from
that
her.
they just had a cute little baby and then it got ripped away from them? That's very sad. So I'm extremely starving, but I'm not going to go eat because that would be foolish of me. I need to sit through the pain. I need to sit through my reality of these people being monsters. And
Okay. Remember, all through this live up to this point, Leticia is acting like it's any other Tuesday. And now all of a sudden, I can tell I ain't even got my glasses on, but I can tell out of the corner of my eye, we are about to get baby seal.
I try so hard not to let my emotions get to me.
I hope anyway.
But then when it all compiles in such a way, knowing you have no one, knowing you have nothing, and you thought that you could rely on the officers, and in actuality, they're the ones that are fucking with your life. They're the ones that you trusted with your life, and all they're doing is hurting and destroying your reality.
Give it to me.
Causing you more pain. I told everyone, please stop hurting me. Years ago when I was detained and put in jail for that harassing communication. Please, it's enough. You guys are not doing your jobs right. You're not processing anything properly.
We're not doing our jobs.
And then the lady was like, trying to give me discharge information, saying, well, postpartum, it's going to hit you hard. And I just smiled and I was like, okay, yeah, thank you. No shit. Why would you force me to lose my child then? You're the dumbasses that caused it, so why would I even care? I'm not even fucked up about it. Like, it's so...
Thank God I went live. I mean, just go looking at that chat for a minute. If I wasn't doing these last couple lives, I'd be pissed. I mean, looking at the simps down in her chats right now, it's like, wow. I am really glad I'm doing it this way because it is saving me emotional turmoil.
Sad for most people, and I know that it wasn't right. I know all of these things that happened in my life, and with the authorities, were not right. They did not file or follow through with their procedures, and that's why I'm hurt to this day. Because I should be owed a lot of money for what had happened to me as a disabled citizen that has been disabled since she was a child. And I'm not trying to fuck.
Well, that's also kind of the point here.
Get one over on anybody. These are just true facts that I had to realize. I had to rationalize.
Though I did expect more people in here, but that don't matter even if it was just 2 or 3 of us.
My battery, like, charger. And they stole, like, whatever was in, like, the console. Like, so weird. How in the fuck? And you know damn well when they were ripping my car apart that day with the officers that they did it illegally. There was no reason for them to search the vehicle. They said something about, substances or whatever. No, I have a medicinal marijuana card. And I told them that. I said I have a medicinal marijuana card from Arkansas. You have no right to search my vehicle. And then they tried to tell me, we don't know how it works in other states. And I was like, and they said something about, but when you smoke in your car, it's not technically blah, blah, blah. I said, no, that's my home. That's a technicality. Like, that is also my home. I live in Arkansas, essentially, because that's where my license is from. So you cannot tell me that it's not okay to sit in a parked car and smoke my weed, because this is my home. It says even in the medicinal card for Arkansas, it states you have to be in your home. The confines of your home or somewhere, whatever, safe. You're not supposed to be behind a moving vehicle, like engaging with a moving vehicle. But of course, everyone knows I smoke when I drive, so what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, what is the problem with that? There is no problem. I'm much more sane than a lot of these people with their badges and uniforms. Let's put it completely on the shelf here. Because I didn't freak out even about this broken glass. I already know shit's gonna happen. I know years ago when that shit happened to me with losing my dogs and having to realize the collar was intact, there was just no head. I'm fucked up about that still to this day because I was like, oh my god, I had to witness the death of my poodle. And so yeah, I'm really not sure what the
Okay, like I said, she just had her baby and she's still going on about this fucking poodle that was back before she ever lost her daughter. So, we're talking many years ago at this point. And this is the day that she gave birth. Now, I'm still finding this astounding that in reality she has no human characteristics except form.
What is going on here? But something's not adding up. And I'm just gonna chill here and drink my water and be like, oh, fuck it. At least it was a fucking pervert's baby that got stolen from me. Like I have any fucking reason to try to keep holding on to a rapist baby. He never came back.
Now, I have no reason to hold on to. So that is a backhanded way of admitting. Now, another thing that was missed in one of her earlier pieces, she said I had talked about having the videos of him and the recordings of him, and she said, I have all I need. And then I'm like, yeah, because the point of it all along was if she couldn't get the brass ring, to lose it, to add to her bereaved mother story. I didn't just lose one baby jerk from me, I lost two. Oh, the humanity! Compensate me.
There was no miracle. There was no nonsense of like, oh, guys are going to do the right thing, especially if they're in uniform. No. They are evil. They're being ran by the devil.
In the years to come, in chapter 5 and 6, after the third and the fifth baby, we will having to be informing the new people all the time on Leticia lore.
Like get paid all this money by the government, and then all they do is harass people like me, thinking that it's okay. It's not okay. You'll get your karma eventually. Like, I'll just pray for you people. I will.
If there's karma,
during the birth of my child, because that's all I can offer him and his father's name. And I even put the suffix on there for Junior, because, man, go find your dad. Like, go ask your dad what happened, and then come to me and ask me. Like, seek me out, because I'm so tired of this. Like, I'm so tired of it. I'll pray for these demons here. I'll pray for the officers.
Well, I'm sure they would have kept her in there a day or more, 2, 3. But Leticia wanted weed. And as long as she could do the prerequisites of getting herself back and forth to the bathroom, they were going to let her go. Because I got my gallbladder out, and I was out in no time. And I had a very complicated surgery. And I said, when can I leave? And they told me when I can go back and forth to the bathroom myself, and the morphine was out of my system. And I said, okay, we are done with morphine now. And then waited a while, and I showed them I could get myself up to the bathroom and back, and I was discharged in a couple hours after that. So, I would say that a similar situation happened with her.
And the authorities here in the United States, like I said, it's like a concentration camp. If you are not offering your blood, sweat, and tears to these people, if you're not doing for them constantly, they won't do shit for you. They never filed the things that I've tried to file for years. They said that I was mentally, unstable, too unstable to file reports.
I believe that. She needs a guardian.
You had that shit on video and you didn't file it? Whoa. Illegal. Completely illegal. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what my mental state is. That shit just happens. So now I know I've got to run from this area, which is sad because it's like, oh my God, these people truly hate me. They despise me. And if they try to pull me over or whatever, they're going to talk about that warrant shit again, even though I've got papers to say. And they always get me on this shit. They always give me something. They give me one bit of information, and then they give me something completely contradictory to it.
I wasn't
and I'm just supposed to weed out what they're talking
another
about.
Hour.
I have no idea what's wrong with some of these people. I'm gonna tell you now. I don't know why they would fuck with a disabled person like this.
Man.
And I'm just like, kudos to you for wanting your karma to be that bad when you pass over, even and for your children and your children's children. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Hey,
that's why I'm not fucked up about it. I'm not fucked up about any of this. I'm like, I feel bad for them. I'm gonna pray for them. There's something wrong here. There's something very wrong in the world, and this isn't okay. So the fact that those few things were stolen, the fact that my
Hello, Cat.
laptop was still just chilling in the front fucking seat. When did I get detained? Let's see. What night was that? Let's see. Approximately 2 days ago. And then they said something about, well, you can stay here at the hospital if you'd like to. What if it were to rain? And so that's the interesting thing is
my
that
next live too. I'll probably
wasn't it raining one of the days that I was, captive? Held captive? I don't even know. But first of all,
she wasn't detained. She wasn't incarcerated. She was held captive in the Death Star. And Ernie Wan Kenobi had to rescue her because he is her only hope.
none of my belongings are wet. So I have to really think these things out as a detective, because I have no idea why anybody would do this to someone that's already traumatized. Why?
Traumatized!
Why would they do that? And some of these crazy comments trying to deter people from the truth, like try to sway them into believing nonsense. I just can't even. I don't even care. And then the detective was like, "You need to get a job. Then you need to settle down. You need to get a job."
That's why she's not in the hospital right now. You know, I'm not sure if you were just here for it or not, but I explained that if she wanted to go, she just had to be able to get herself back and forth to the bathroom and be off any medication and have it run through her.
I looked at him like, are you fucking insane?
And morphine's out pretty quick when you're off the drip,
I'm never gonna get a job. Never. I'm gonna wait until this fucking shit blows over, because you can tell I deserve the fucking disability and then some. I deserve millions of fucking dollars for the shit that they put me through and the systems and all this crazy nonsense. They hold everybody else to this standard, but they hold me to like this standard up here, and I'm thinking, oh my god, maybe I'm not one of the elites. You know what I'm saying? So, I really don't know.
Now, this is more receipt of narcissistic psychopath. Maybe I'm not one of the elites. Well, I never really quantified with that, because in reality, most of the people that are, quote, elites are dumb as fucking doorknobs.
What the fuck? I really don't. All I do is I've got a smile for everyone. The weird thing is that they stole my dirty pipe out of here, okay? But they left
took your
the pipe
paraphernalia
that had, Jesus, where did I set it? Where did I set my damn... God damn. Did I not just fucking have it? So...
Good Catholic girl.
I know, I feel like I'm tripping, like I'm in the Matrix here. I'm like, what? What the fuck? They're so funny. People are so crazy. Like, how in the fuck do you think I'm not gonna notice all these little fucking details?
Oh yeah, Kath, we all deserve that for listening.
I'm gonna go through all of my belongings, every single thing. I'm gonna know exactly what was missing, what has been, tampered with, why everything looks strange in a certain manner. And... like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you call yourselves out on your stupidity? Why would you call yourselves out on not being able to manage things in a proper way? Tell me. Do not tell me I just had my pipe sitting with me, and then now I just, misplaced it. I just want to smoke. I am so fucking dead to the world right now. I can't even. And these people want me to do more? I'm sorry, no. Get over yourselves. I didn't get that fucking hospitality from the government early on, alright? I got shit on because my brother was a fucking felon, and I didn't actually go toward trying to place myself in a stupid uniform. How stupid is that? Oh my god.
Up a quarter.
They're recording you? Oh my god. Oh my god. Who is recording me? Oh my god. Are you serious? Like, in this day and age with electronics everywhere? Are you serious? Oh my god, I had no idea that randomly I could be caught on CCTV or on any of these other outlets of recording devices, or any of this stuff about people saying that there's no whatever. I still believe the fire.
But I went live
the fire,
first, so
whatever
I don't
alarms
know
have
who
some
else
kind of
has went
semblance
live
of
because
recording on them,
I
either
don't
audio or
currently have
visual.
a device to check that.
So, yeah, and that's why I think it's weird. Why send these individuals to try to fuck with me and tell them how to do their jobs and force them into doing stuff they don't want to do? Nobody wanted to see that today. Nobody wanted to see me lose my baby after allowing it to suckle on my breast. And I'm like,
they took the baby.
at least I let it, and at least I did right by it. At least I did right by it, and I'm done. And the father's the one that...
Now, the thing is, WB, you don't really see her... I mean, she gave birth today. And it's just like any other day in the manic world of Leticia.
Should be held accountable. So, I try to tell people, like, I'm just going to detach. That's all I can do. At this point in my life, that's all I have to look forward to is my death. That's it. My passing.
Here we go. We're getting somewhere.
You know, it was so nice to just see him, and even to just, like, change his
Hello,
diaper.
Pindar.
That was so cute. Like, he had the cutest little feet. I wish I would have taken more pictures of, like, his whole little body, but I didn't think that it would be over that quickly, you know? When she was like, we have to take him out for an hour prior, I was like, no, you don't, bitch. No, you fucking don't.
Oh, yes,
you
Cass, they got the
for
baby.
me to fucking, sweat.
And
then
here's
all
the
of a sudden, I'm
bereaved
just like,
mother.
whatever. If that's what you want from me is to give it away, that's fine. At least I got to name him, hopefully, right after his, after his dad. And hopefully he'll be able to find his dad at some point. It's none of my business what happens anymore.
And then the
it really
mosquito
isn't. People
Ernie.
are sick. People
He's
are
no longer
so
with
sick.
us.
I have no idea why. Like, and then they act like I'm not supposed to know that they know and blah, blah, blah. Whatevs. I have to get this cleaned up, too, a little bit better. So I have to go buy some type of, I'm going to have to go in here and buy a, I have to go and buy a charger. I was worried too that they're gonna put shattered glass in my shit or something
Well, that's
stupid.
a bright point. If
I
she
always have to worry
needs a
about these
charger,
people. Like,
then that means I'll have
I honestly
plenty of
believe that
time to
something
charge
good would
up
happen
before the next one.
by exposing this. I really honestly
Hello,
did. I thought
sunshine.
something really...
Now, when she goes live, if I'm awake and I have devices charged, I will go live and restream it with commentary.
beneficial would happen overall.
Just to let everyone know.
Up about how we're mistreated. I thought that eventually they would get their shit together and realize that they filed things poorly down in Arkansas.
I hope you will,
It doesn't really matter
sunshine.
anymore. It really doesn't matter. What's done is done. People are crazy. They're never going to fix what they did wrong. There's nothing they can do to fix what they did wrong. And, like, there's just nothing left. My mother kept texting me incessantly, this dumb bitch.
Pindar, this is her live. We are just 12 minutes behind because of my commentary. So we can make it all legal-like. You know how Jimbo's like worries about making things all legal-like and says it makes it okay? Well, in Jimbo's case it doesn't, but in our case it does.
Please stay the fuck away from me. I wouldn't have lost my child had I had a place at your fucking house. And instead you chose your fucking sick pervert son over me. Alright. Stay the fuck away from me. My dad texted me too. I didn't bother responding. There is no reason to respond to these individuals. There's no reason to respond to anyone. Honestly, I get messages all the time. People are like, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Okay, sure.
Well, yes,
That's
Pindar,
perfect.
I was mentioning that earlier before you got here.
I don't
This is
trust the
just any
authorities.
Tuesday
I don't trust
for
that
her.
this was
On the day
this was
she
just
gave
a random
birth.
crime. I don't.
After her 9-month
If they
ordeal.
had just stolen the weed, that's one thing. But the grinder and the bubble hash was there,
paraphernalia. The cops took it.
and the laptop. I'm sorry, no. That wasn't just a random fucking crime, some fucking hobo breaking into a car within a 2-day span on a fucking, Sunday and Monday? Crimes don't happen early on in the week. Most crimes happen, like, later on in the week when it's dark and people have been drinking and all this other nonsense, okay? Plus, it was parked in an empty, like, next to an empty building where the other side of the building was an AMC, a movie theater. So I understand if there were wandering people. There was this other vehicle that had wandered, like, pulled up next to me, and I had tried to clean out my car a little bit. I was cleaning out my car. They didn't see that I had anything that was valuable. It was just nothing but trash, it looked like. Just nothing but bags of stuff, because that's all it looks like is fucking trash. They're in trash bags, all this shit. So tomorrow I'm going to try to go drop off his
All those
clothes,
cities
I
with
guess,
the
at the
crime
hospital.
problem,
I don't
remember,
see why they would need
there's
it.
no
I don't
crime
know what they're doing
Mondays
with
and
them. They're probably
Tuesdays,
gonna
according to
fucking
Leticia.
pull them apart. For all I know, dissect him. I really don't care
Oh, yeah,
at this
Lisa,
point.
that's all she's
Honestly,
worried about.
I feel really bad that he's not with me. God rest his soul. But that's how it is. Like, everyone just dead to me. and I cry about these things in some moments,
God rest
but
his
then I
soul.
realize they don't exist. None of this exists. Absolutely none of it. So I'm just really glad I won't have any trouble if I try to do anything to harm myself. Oh my god, you endangered the baby. Really? So you're not going to tell me that I did all that
Hello,
good stuff.
Rachel.
No, you're going to focus on the one negative
Oh, yes, sunshine.
because I was forced into doing it by everyone's abuse.
Complete strangers will always care more for anything else.
Interesting how psychology hasn't caught up with normal people. Normal, quote-unquote, people in badges and people in uniforms. Like they don't know shit about their own mind, let alone anyone else's mind or the criminal mind. And I'm thinking, why do you think I'm a criminal? Oh, because you are. Because you put on that fucking suit every day. Because you get paid by the devil to harass fucking innocent pregnant women and shove them in your filthy assholes. Because that's what it was. I was sitting in a booking fucking cell for 24 fucking hours. No wonder I went into labor because I was so fucking stressed. It was disgusting in there. And then you're gonna tell me, oh no, you endangered the baby. Okay, bitch. Like, go on for it. Like, please, let's have a fight. Because anything you fucking do, I can do 10 times fucking worse. And if you fucking touch me, if you fucking harm me.
Well, evidently everything that's ever been wrong with her is wrong with her at all times. Now, I hope that Nicolina's having a good meal and takes a hot bath. Because, I mean, at this point, listening to Leticia for all this time today, I want to shower.
It's coming back 10 fucking fold. It may not come back to you, but those that you care about the most. The ones that you serve and protect for.
She does not have the baby. The state
it's so funny
has
to me.
the
Like,
baby.
people are so sick. I gotta get off of here because I gotta go finish what I'm doing.
Window,
I gotta get another charger. And what the fuck is that about?
And I'm here making fun of her.
Those were like $10 chargers. Now they're gone.
We are currently about 12 minutes behind her current
that of all
line.
things? If you at least would have stolen the fucking laptop, I would have been like, yeah. This isn't just the hate crime. Oh, this isn't just this crime. Now I have to fucking figure it's gotta be the authorities because what else? It can't just be a hate crime because my fucking weed is gone.
Nicolina.
Plus, the pipe that I had sitting...
I was just wishing you into a better place. I had just said that I hope Nicolina's having a good dinner and a good bath because after listening to her, you know, it's kind of like a detox time. And I was saying after listening to her, I feel like I could use a shower.
In the console and everything was the pipe was inside the console.
You sweet dear woman. Guess what? As soon as, instant, your live ended, I popped it down and hers literally came up that instant. And I had the device set up, so I just grabbed my shirt and started, and we're about 12 and a half minutes behind because of my commentary.
The bottle was just spewed on here. And I know that officers were so elated to just run right over there and rip apart my car the evening I got arrested. And I was sitting in the car.
Ready or not, here she comes.
If you left everything strewn about and someone saw that and was like, I'm going to break in just to get that, that's one thing.
Well, it's her personality type. She's manic. She's a poke person. Plus, she is one of these people like Ernie. They're always seeking an advantage. You know, you're my friend, Nicolina. I want to be cooperative with you. I'm not trying to put myself over you. And nor do you do that to me. You know, it's an equal friendship. You know, it's a handout. But you see these people like Duke or Ernie or Leticia, they feel weak. So they want to try to get power in every situation. And it doesn't allow them to work in a cooperative society. You know, like currently, it's like me. I try to work my lives in between everyone else's, and it gives a nice block of programming like a network for everyone to watch. You know, I try to work with those around me in cooperation and not butt heads. Now and then we do have to butt heads like me and RSN, but as I said, he's one of those people that would turn on everyone just for content. And I always said, as soon as you turn on me, we're not being friends no more.
That's on you. You completely defiled my vehicle, and you defiled the contents of my vehicle, which is illegal. Do you not understand that? Like, I'm trying to tell people all this shit that happened in my story.
I'm just listening. I love her choice words, defiled. Now, for it to be defiled, that means her vehicle would have had to have been a holy place. Well, everyone, somebody decided to come to her live, and she decided to make as much carnage as she could in just as short a time as humanly possible. And I hope she did. And if anyone was blocked,
so
please unblock
the fact that they stole my
Nicolina.
baby today, illegal. There
Hi,
was nothing
Summer.
that they could
I
have
missed
helped me
you
on.
too.
They asked me, do you have any CPS records? No, I don't. I never did shit to my kid. The fact that you say that I lit a crib on fire with her in the house with another grown adult
hold on.
that I informed to get her up.
Hold on. She did the trifecta. I have 3 devices here, and in one jump up here, she managed to knock off all 3. Yes, my kitty has just committed the trifecta. Yes, you're going to get at least the bronze out of that. Now, back to our regularly scheduled stupid.
The house. Right. And plus, there was actually no proof of that. Mind you, it was just my admission. My guilty admission of it. Which, like I said, I'm always brutally honest. Yeah, I went through that shit. Yeah, I disclosed that online. Yeah, I killed fucking puppies. Yeah, they were pit bull puppies that the community didn't want, and they were mixed pit bull puppies that I couldn't even make a profit on to try to get a few bucks here and there. Oh yeah, well, they're fancy at least. No, there was nothing I could do with those puppies.
Because she wanted
and the fucking bitch,
the
I
dog
couldn't
to go
like
into heat
abort
again to
them.
get it pregnant.
Like we all should, honestly. The abortion law as it stands is illegal. Why are you going to tell a woman what she can and can't do to her fucking body? Let's be honest here. That's illegal. Concentration camp, USA. So, anyway, I'm done. There must have been something in that pipe, because normally I don't have that type of raspiness afterward. I always worry that they put residue on there, some type of chemical or something that's trying to kill me. Oh, please do, bitch. Like, at least make me retarded so that I don't have to deal with your retardation. Please. God damn. Like, but instead everything heightens me. Everything gets me to the point where I'm more educated than you, more understanding, more comprehensive. Who in the fuck? Like, I wasn't gonna notice all these little things? Like, I wasn't gonna notice that it was your fucking fault that I lost my kid today? That it was your fucking fault that you fucking detained me? That it was your fault that I went into labor? Why? Because you don't want that kind of shit around your fancy-ass towns, right? You don't want anybody to see that kind of sadness. You don't want to see, you don't want me to tell the truth to random people so that they're like, holy shit, don't trust the government? Don't trust the officers? No. No, you can't. So, like, even if I were to kill myself, at least my family would be able to sue. Because it would be like, oh my god, like, do you not realize this shit can be tracked and traced? I'm not feeding anybody a bunch of nonsense. I'm allergic to antipsychotics. There's a huge fucking thing. Like, I am not fucking psychotic because those things cause me to break out. So, the fact of it is that why even bother to tell the perpetrator, hey, you broke my window. Can I file a report against you? They're not gonna do that shit. Same concept. When he had asked me, the detective, when I told him about my dog's head being decapitated, and he said something about calling, did you call the police or something? I was like, yeah, but they didn't file a report over it or anything, because they said that it was just the other dog. All these other circumstances where they didn't file reports for me.
But
I explain that all the time.
She wanted the mom back in the heat.
There should be a trail of all the phone calls. There is, and the government knows it. And so I'm not sure why you people in the government believe that your bullshit is going to win over on all this shit, right? And in actuality, you're fucking yourselves over.
Here you go.
You are fucking yourselves over by doing this satanic shit. By tampering with someone that has not done shit to you. That hasn't even attempted.
Here you go.
I am not even fucking with people. Like, I swear to Christ, you're fucked. Like, all the shitty stuff you do in this day and age, you should have learned years ago. You should have understood years ago. Don't tamper with people. Don't fuck with people. Quit. And instead, I've got to sit here and waste my time after giving birth and relinquishing the child to clean up this mess, and then just move on with my fucking life. Do you realize how fucking sick that is? Do you realize how sick you are for doing that to people? Do you realize how sick this entire concept is of the father and everything like that, and the fact that you filed against me after 3 weeks of investigation, and I disclosed that to everyone? That wasn't enough time. There was no time for that to be a proper length of an investigation. 21 days. And then they turned it around on me. Without speaking to my gynecologist, without speaking to any of my doctors, without speaking to any of the people that are relevant to my side of the story. That would have helped me and said, no, she wouldn't have lied about something like that. She's not.
Now, you notice that there is a lack of a specific word. It starts with a bay and ends with a B.
Out to fucking make money. She's not out to fucking get trapped. So that's all I was thinking, like, thank God. Whew, at least I don't have to have that emotional.
Now, this is funny. As you know, you tagged me. You know, that's how I knew. because I slept really late. I mean, I didn't get up till about 11:30. And you know how the anti-bully simps are? They accused me of it, and as you know, I had nothing to do with it. I mean, I'm just sitting there, sleeping away, and Summer's on my leg, and the way she slept, she hurt my knee. So, I mean, but you know how we are. Everyone gets accused of everything. Now, I just said Al called and didn't incriminate you. Because you know how these psychos are.
Attachment to this child anymore. And at least I don't have to deal with raising someone else's bastard child that they forced upon me because all they wanted to do was go around.
Well, tag me anytime. Matter of fact, that's how I knew when I got up. Because I reached over, I picked up the phone, I checked my notifications, and that was the first, it was like 8, and yours, and that was the first one I hit. And I'm like, well, it happened. And then I'm like, wonder who had August 30th. I'll look that up later, and whoever had August 30th, if anyone, I will do a video congratulating them and giving them official bragging rights, and maybe find something I can, make a theatrical funny out of while I do it.
I'm just dicking everything around them like a fucking maniac, like a fucking psychopath.
Oh,
but like
Cass,
I said, they stick up for their own.
After getting food here, if I didn't buy another morsel for another month and a half, I would be okay. And someone today brought back some fish that they caught from here, my cut of it, and oh my God, I ate 3 whole fish, and I am still stuffed, and I still got another cooked one in there. But I'm probably going to give it to these 2 little girls, but they don't know it yet.
They sit there and they do these toxic things, and they stick up for their own. I know, I'm gonna have to drive away from this area, because now that
Well, Cass, it's dehumanizing the baby. In war, they teach you to dehumanize the enemy because there's a whole lot less trauma for you committing the acts that you have to. Now, Adonis was right today, in what he said, and this shows it, because she is still eating the baby. She is still othering the baby, and put into a stressful situation, she would have papa-sickled the fucking baby. And that was my nightmare all along that I didn't want to talk about, was baby on a stick.
I've made myself known like that, now that I've made it known, I know what you fucking did. I know that you were fucked up and you did some shady ass shit to my belongings, to my baby. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say aside from, that was illegal.
Baby kitty's in the kitchen.
They even tried to detain me for the warrant.
And it's all black in the rest of the house.
You couldn't leave well enough alone? I told you.
The whole raising of electric rates, I try to cut back, so I'm sitting with one lone light in the darkness. And the sun just went down while Nicolina was alive, so when I look through the rest of the house, it's just pitch black.
It's due in a few days. You couldn't have just said no. Yeah, I should have lit the fucking car on fire. I should have. I thought about it so fucking badly. I was like, bitch, just set the fucking car up.
What would have been gained by setting the car on fire? And now she's in this car and saying she should have set the car on fire, when if she had set the car on fire, she wouldn't even be in the fucking car now. Now! So, sense not makes to me that does.
Fire, then they won't fucking have to deal with you. You won't have to deal with them.
Hello,
you just scream,
Ash.
and it'll be haunting for them for the rest of their fucking lives. But then I held off.
Okay, now, sometime in private, Nicolina, I think that you would love to hear my story in a different version of it in my youth, but it's not something that YouTube would like, but I think you'll find it very interesting. And a lot of it is going to disagree with what Miss Ma'am says here. Now, I was born in 1968. When the summer when Martin Luther King was killed and the cities were burning, that's while I was sitting in a hospital as a baby. And I grew up in the ashes of that world. And one of the things I distinctly remember as a child was watching the monk set himself on fire on TV and immolate himself. Now, Leticia is trying to make herself on the level of one of these iconic things of a century. And once again, this is another aspect of her narcissism.
Because I was like, the baby. I'm gonna give it up, whatever. I'm just gonna give away the baby. And, I don't want any harm to come to anybody, really. And I don't want anybody to sit there and pretend. Now, if anybody would have a place for just me for tonight and everything, I would really appreciate that. If you could contact me in any way that you can. I'm just very tired. I just want to rest, and I want to realize that.
Well, I think as soon as she's ovulating, she's going to hit that horse again. Just saying. Until then, I think she's going to try to play Suckle the Snake for cash and prizes, I'm betting. Because remember, her first thing was turn to prostitution. Remember, Adonis was making heavy jokes about Adrasty and Leticia turning to prostitution faster than anyone else on earth?
At least there is a blessing within this, and that is that I don't have to take care of a rapist child. And that I don't have to sit there and dwell upon this any further. And he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And everybody's like, no, we want you. I don't want to be trapped. No, it wasn't the other way around. See, that's what people got it all fucked up. They were like,
she doesn't want to be trapped. She wants to do the trapping.
You're just trying to trap this military guy. No, I'm pretty sure you tried to trap me as one of your fucking hoes, and that shit's not okay. My body will get back to normal. 17 pounds that I gotta drop. Not a big deal. Definitely not a big issue. And then I'll be back to normal, just like it was prior to being raped. And all the violation. At least I got titties now, though. I mean, there's at least that. So,
you're crawling on top of her?
Yeah. I don't really see this as a negative. I don't.
What are you gonna do this
and even like the fact that the window got shattered, I really don't. I want to trap you, except permanently. Alright, that'd be lovely. I wouldn't mind at all. I would love to have somebody actually love me, and not abuse me and just take advantage of me constantly. I mean, I want to offer my love to someone, and I just want to hide away from the world. I don't want to see this nonsense or this toxicity anymore. It's very sad.
I hide away from the world.
I love you very much. Thank you. Thanks for making me feel better.
Come on, honey, come on. Watch.
It's always so hard when people tell me they care, because they're really not there to care. They even told me, they were like, well, we're some support system. You can contact us. Really, where were you last week when I needed a place to stay? When I needed a house for my baby so I could have my baby and keep my baby. But actually, it was a blessing that he was taken. He was so cute, though. I wish I could still raise my kids, but...
It was a blessing he was taken.
They're being raised by the devil. And then, that one lady was like, oh, they're so, I know some foster moms and whatever, and...
I care more for that wild kitten in my kitchen that I can do very little for than she does that baby. And this is almost my 1-year-old baby here in a few days. And it still won't hold its own head up. Just saying.
What, you just trust people more because they don't smoke weed? That makes people crazier. I've met some crazy-ass bitches that need to smoke some fucking weed so that they can chill the fuck out and stop slapping their kids and stop beating the shit out of everyone. But people think I'm crazy because I smoke and I'm calm as fuck. Okay, what's the problem in that? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not seeking any gains aside from, help me out. I need a boyfriend. That would be
Hello,
nice.
Kentucky.
If somebody wants to be my boyfriend right now, that'd be cool.
See
but just know that we can't do it
I'm glad
until
you could
6 weeks
stop
from
by.
now. So,
oh, you're clawing
that'd be
me,
cool.
sweetie.
Maybe give me a place to rest or something. That would be awesome. That's pretty funny. I don't want to do this alone anymore. And I honestly thought that at some point the dad would own up to what he had done, or that they would fix it
You're gonna
prior
fall.
to. And then I lost him,
You
and
got
then
too
lost
much
a window.
ass in too little seat, honey.
Oh well. I don't know what to say to anybody. At least I'm,
They said you're gonna fall.
I don't know. I try to
Get
see the
too much
positive.
butt.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry and sad.
If I scream, you know she fell.
There are a lot of people that support me on these feeds, and that's the only way I get support. So people think I'm crazy, and
Well, yes, Kim. I mean, I have been eating and sleeping, and every time I eat, I just get Thanksgiving sleepy. And that stopped yesterday. And I've been spamming on chores, and and spamming on talking to Leticia.
I can't believe that detective told me to get a job. Are you insane?
Yes, Hagen.
Are you okay?
They're nothing
Like, do you
but
know me
tools.
personally at all? No, apparently you don't. I would love to meet you, simp. That would be great. I would love that. I feel like I would really like it if somebody were in, like, I'm like, thank you for the donations, but it's not about the money. It's about compassion. It's about caring for one another and doing right by others. It would be nice. It would be nice if I could have a boyfriend by like 6 weeks from now, and then I would be able to get to know them, and it would be alright.
Ew! Okay, remember I said she's gonna wait as soon as she ovulates and hop right back on the train. 6 weeks! Oh my God, I hope that Nicolina's having a bath right now and didn't hear that, because I would say that if Nicolina just heard this, her neck would like twist like this. But I'm pretty sure she didn't, because Ash said something a minute ago and she didn't approve it. So that tells me she stepped away. So yes, she'd probably want to know that, but it's better for her mental health if she doesn't.
We, did it. I don't think that would be an issue.
Oh,
and
shit. I was praying that you didn't hear that for your own safety.
I had no idea that giving birth naturally was so scary, especially when your body wants to force out the baby so quickly. And he had this like little purpleness on his nose. He's gonna be
now, as we know each other a little better, Nicolina, you're gonna find out something. When I'm wrong, I'm pleased. I mean, I really am. When I am absolutely positively wrong, I'm pleased as can be, because that means there's hope. Because usually I have the worst opinion, and it always comes true. And this is even another one. I said it, I knew it, but it's still, ew.
So cute. I could already tell. Like, he was just so perfect. He had everything was so sweet about him.
Well, she's got more holes. I mean,
when people make you look crazy, you can't keep things. So I don't even care anymore. I don't care about trying to file against these individuals. They'll get their karma. I know that for a fact. And so that's why I didn't try to do it in this realm. I was just like, whoa, hold your It's like, can we not see the grander scheme of things?
Now, they do make plugs for all of the orifices, and I do think that, that would be something for the simps to get her. Some gags and some chastity devices.
Can we not see that you're in the wrong? Can you apologize? Can you make attempts to make amends and repent? Or are you going to hell? And so, yeah, to me it's like that.
There is no hell. There is only this life.
Yep. And that's sad. But you know what? No one cares. Really, no one cares. It's not even a big deal. But the fact that they make it a big deal, and they said that they wouldn't be able to utilize this information against me, and yet they do constantly, that is kind of somewhat interesting. Very interesting. So, and the fact that they said that I couldn't film inside of the hospital, that it was a HIPAA violation, when in actuality, it's like, wait a second, I have to film some of this shit because people wouldn't believe me if it's crazy. It's completely crazy. Some of these people are so crazy. I think both of my charging cables are gone, now that I'm looking at it. Where's my bag that I had with all my belongings? Like I said, the sleeping bag.
Now, after this live, she's going to have to get her a charging cable in order to get this device back, so she can tell us all of her flaws in life and tell us how we're doing our jobs wrong. So fortunately, I might run her in the middle of the night if she's up at 3 a.m. bitching about the bugs in her mouth. Because I laugh about that. Because see, it's like out here, on the farm, if you got the only light on the phone in the middle of the night, it's just annoying as hell. Just saying. It's much better to be in a lit room, but now that she has no window in her vehicle, her and nature are going to get intimate.
Whatever that I was, not the sleeping bag, but like the
Hello, barely human.
bag that I was using. Yeah, it said DKNY. It was like my one black bag that I had, and I don't see it right now. People are so crazy. Anyway, I keep track of everything. I don't see what the problem is. Like, you guys keep stealing from me, and I'm supposed to live my life still, and I'm like, ugh, well, I can't live my life without a certain amount of things, and then you stole my fucking weed. Are you guys okay? Like, are you alright? Like, I don't think you are. Somebody please give me a home this evening. It would be nice. Can I just have a home? Can I just go somewhere, anywhere?
I've got some spare barn stalls.
Like, I don't even want to deal with things. I don't even, and people are like, oh, you just call on this list, you just do this. No, I just don't. I threw away that paper immediately when she was like, you've got court at 1:30. No, I don't, bitch. No, I don't. You've got court, or whatever, your systems have court, and I don't. Because there is no way in hell that I'm going to put effort into something that already belongs to me. Makes no sense. Like the same concept with my daughter. I placed effort into it. God didn't want that. Everything was stolen from me. Why? I have no idea why. Probably to make me as chill as I fucking am. So, I don't know. It's really sad. It's really, really tainted how people are.
God steals her babies to make
I have
her
no idea
chill.
why anybody would shatter the window like that and only steal three things. Three things. It makes no sense. So anyway, and then even if I like tried to file it like hate crime or whatever, people are crazy. I appreciate that you've sent some donations though. Some of these donations on here I don't get until like next month.
Well, Mouse, I explained that earlier because no place wants her to stay. You know, any jurisdiction that gets a hold of her is going to realize that if she gets services there, she is a permanent fixture in the community. So they want to pass that problem on. And in a way, I can understand it. And in a way, it's unconscionable because society should throw no one away. But there's also creatures that you can do nothing with. And that's what it is.
Whatever, but hopefully I get them. Hopefully I can just put this whole ordeal behind me, and hopefully I'll get enough money to replace the window. I'm not sure how much that's going to cost. Probably go in somewhere tomorrow, see if they can even clean it up for me. They might have that ability to do it better than I can, and just let them know. I try to be as honest with people as possible. I've been living in my car. Someone broke in when all this happened, and, you know, this is how shit goes down because people are crazy.
Well, Mermaid, you have missed some evil-ass shit. Now, put it this way, you know the hashtag of Me Too? She's like anti-Me Too. Just saying.
Yeah, you're probably right. I do need to drive immediately out of here, this area, because I know now everybody has targeted me, and the fact that the detective never called me back, and he watched my most recent video and stuff,
well,
that is horrifying.
The pups told me I have to pay attention to her. I have to cover her because she is a tragedy that's waiting to happen. And had she got to take the baby, we would have been one step away from that tragedy with her in a bad mood, driving at 60 and just throwing the baby out over a bridge. And saying, I don't know what happened to it.
Because
someone stole the baby.
How much I was hurt afterward by the other videos that I made, and they just made no attempts to
That's
try to
what would have
fix
happened.
the situation or help me. So, it's okay. I'm targeted. I get that. Like, I'm not fucked up about it anymore. I used to think it was a lot of fun. I used to think that they were picking on me so that there would be a bigger, like a grander scheme of things, like it would be a bigger purpose. But then I realized, no, they just enjoy seeing me suffer. They just enjoy seeing people suffer. And that's how these elites are.
I just enjoy the baby seal thing. I know it's a flaw in me, and if I go back to therapy, I'm going to have to ask the therapist, why do I actually enjoy when she does the baby seal thing? Because if it's just regular crying, I don't enjoy that at all. But when she does the baby seal thing, I mean, it's just like going to the zoo and looking over at the strange animals.
And I don't know if I could be that heartless. I don't know if I could jump through the hoops to be in such a crazy sort of, what is it, like a brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever you'd call it. I don't know why people would need to get beat in order to get into a, like a secret society or something like that. Or, you know, a gang, when my brother was beat in and stuff. And I actually felt sorry for him. I felt sorry that he got his ass whooped. And then I realized, well, he did it himself because he wanted to get into that sort of elite of his own. you know, of owning that town that we lived in by being in that gang. So anyway, I'm parked right in front of a camera, so hopefully nobody actually fucks with my shit while I'm in the store, because like I said, it's not like something that I want to deal with. People are always talking shit to me, and I'm like, hold on, let me meet you for a second, let me pinpoint a few flaws of yours. And I even knew that, like, the detective knew more than he was letting on, because that...
Well, let's put it this way, Intuitive. Right now, the truth is a casualty. Now, we cannot believe anything that Leticia has said. At one point, she said that they were. One other live, she complained about something wasn't. So, you know, right now, that is a question mark. Now, in a day or two, this will get sorted out, and Al will probably, you know, look all this shit up, and she'll have that on her channel. Where I'd rather just live my life, and we'll see how it falls where it may.
I feel sorry for people, you know? And I understand that some people are challenged and tested for a grander purpose, God's purpose.
No, they just want her gone. You know, it's a good area there, and they just want her gone. So, you know, rather than shipping her back, they're just giving her a car and just taking the baby and letting her bolt. With a court date.
I still don't see what that purpose is when I have to lose everything that I love. I love things too much. I have too much of a big heart. And that's why...
Well, I believe Nicolina said this, but it's likely that she breached herself and induced birth. You know, not being a male and all, you know, I don't particularly want to go out on the limb on female things. So I'm just going to quote her on that. And I did believe it before she said it. It's just, I was not going to go out there and say that myself. You know, once again, because I don't feel I was qualified.
Was sad, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. They put too many hoops for me to jump through. You're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye. And I'll be fine. Inevitably, I'll be fine once all the pain goes away and the swelling and all of that goes. Oh, well, good night, everybody. I hope...
Well, you see, when it all gets into place, it's one giant membrane sac. So, she actually took something pointy to the sensitive areas and broke the sac. And that's how she would induce it. She broke her own water because, like I used to tell Summer during her first pregnancies, I would say, you know, honey, if you break your water, I can't fix it. And that was the little joke on Summer's first pregnancy. You know, I kept telling her, honey, you break your water, I can't fix it. And this is what she did. She broke her water, and you know, ready or not, here it comes.
Everyone has a good night. I love you very much, and please, God, please send me some partner. Please send me somebody that I can cuddle next to, and then won't die right away. Or be stolen right away. A baby, you can't have sex with a baby.
Right away.
So the fact that the father never came back and everything.
You notice she wants a man, but she doesn't want him to die right away. I think she wants him to suffer first, and that would describe most of my relationships. And I wondered how these things occurred. Now I'm kind of getting a possible clue, and I'm not feeling comfortable with this whole thing.
I was like, okay, makes it easy. Like, that's what they want. That's what they'll get. No more mom. No dad, no mom. And that's how the baby goes into the system. At least I got to name him, though.
Well, many times a professional, rational approach will gain traction. Now, once again, when you're dealing with family issues or human welfare issues, always send a woman, because they will always rebuff a man's words. Now, once again, if it's on those, always send a woman on this mission, because that's just the way society works.
I'm so glad for that. I'm so happy. Like, I always see the positives in things.
Now, on the double edge of that, if there was an actual threat to the woman, the enforcement is going to take a man's word more seriously than a woman's. Summer, get down from the shelf, you asshole.
Oh, and at least I've got my vehicle
Summer.
again, and I can sit here and smoke and find. I
Down.
am gonna drive away from here this
Thank
evening.
you.
Because there's no reason for me to be around here, and there's no reason.
No, just stop there and think you're done.
I'm sure CPS in this area is good. You know,
I love
this is
children.
sort of like a suburban area, so I'm sure he'll go to a wonderful
You're gonna make
home.
me get up,
He
aren't
just won't
you?
get the love and the
Yep.
psychological support that he needed growing up, and he's always going to be damned
sit down.
and tainted. And see, that's people are so funny. They're like, "Oh my God,
My
look,
knee
I hurt
hurts.
the baby." I didn't hurt the baby.
I
It was
love
everyone
my
else that hurt
Summer.
the baby.
But my knee's been hurting today, and that's our cadence. I mean, she's like, I'm not gonna get down up unless you stand. And that's, you know, when I have to tell her, like, get off of something, that's the game we play. I can, and she'll just be like a little kid, get like to the edge of it, act like she's gonna jump down and then don't. Just like a little kid. But I have to actually stand, and it's like, okay, and then she jumps down.
And I always worry about everything being touched in my vehicle after they destroy it. You have contaminants all over your hands.
Hello,
touching your
Flatline.
filthy dicks, because that's all you want to do is talk about.
Well, no, Flatline. You know, her word, you missed it, but, I mean, this is just another Tuesday with her. And I said a little bit ago, I noticed there's a lacking in one word that she should be saying over again. And it starts with a bay, and it ends with a B.
Like I said about some of those people in there flirting with the prisoners that were leaving. They were saying shit like, I don't know, too flirtatious. I was listening to a lot of it because your voices carry. And I could hear all the way in that particular room. I could hear a lot of what was going on behind the desk. And not good stuff. So they were making fun of people. They were making fun of somebody that was going through a mental break. And that's why I disclosed this stuff, because you're technically not supposed to touch me. You're technically not supposed to detain me. The fact that you see an Arkansas license plate, and if you run it, and if there's the warrant, I've got paperwork right here that states, yeah, there's a warrant maybe, but I have court right here. You're not supposed to detain me. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say to people. They're fucking great.
Okay, she's got it in her head that every place is Arkansas, where they have that weird little law that most places don't.
Easy. I can't wait to just like die, just to get away from me. Like, I wish I had a partner, but I always know everything's gonna be taken from me anyway, so don't feel sorry for me, please. That's the worst. Like, don't pity me. I already know that I brought this upon myself for speaking out against the authorities. Same concept with my mother. You bite the hand that feeds you, and that's why you get bitch slapped. Like, believe me, I lived through it in my childhood. They tried to tell me, don't trust the officers. I said, no, we're taught all these contradictions to trust the officers. Give them all the information. Help them. Wow, I was such a fool.
You know what I just realized? Leticia would probably believe the line, we're from the government, and we're here to help you.
I was such a fool. Honestly.
You were.
Anyway, hopefully I can get in bed without having any pieces of glass in me. That's not good. That's no good. I'm looking to rest, or I'm looking forward to resting, and hopefully I'll just like get out of this area. I wish I could have went and got some food right now. I'm too sad to eat. I'm too sad. And I'll be fine.
Okay, I wish I'd got food, and I am too sad to eat. Now, that could be a girl thing, but if it is, please explain it to me.
My melted gummies, and the weird part is that the plastic got melted, but like inside the gummies were not melted. What? So anyway, my reality blows. But not like the good kind. The kind where you get off.
You make
Is it
me
weird that I
want
want to
acid,
masturbate?
Leticia.
Like I feel like I do, but
And
I
I've
know
not
that
done
I'm like
that since the
super
year
sore.
2000.
Like all of that stuff is not functioning properly. All of this. Like I'm just horny and I want to lay down next to somebody, and like I don't want to do it. Obviously, I just had a baby, but like it would be nice to just cuddle with someone right now. It would be nice. It would. And like even my mom was reaching out and everything. I don't even mind cuddling my mom when I'm like super sad, because even though she's crazy and everything, she was there for me.
Well, I know Miss Flatline well, and she is an empath. Now, Leticia is the exact opposite of Flatline. She is a pure sociopath of a narcissistic variety. So, in reality, Flatline felt the emotion for that baby that mother will never feel.
The time, and more so than some of these like officers and everything. Call us if you need us. I'll be there. No, you're not. You never are. I told you. I explained to you who did wrong to me, and I still get fucked with. And nobody's done anything to tell me anything about how these people got their karma through your system. No, it's always about Leticia gets her karma. She's got to talk. Look at her talking yappy bitch. Look at her. Where a goddamn poodle won't shut the fuck up. Look at her curly ass frizzy hair. Look at her. She's a little rat dog. Kick her. Kick her while she's down. Oh, did she just have a litter of puppies? Oh, just one of them, and the rest of them died? Oh, okay. Crush it. Make sure to crush that puppy right in front of her. Make sure she knows her puppies don't matter to anyone or anything in this world. Ooh, yikes. That is so true. That is so true. And
I'm kind of at a loss for words. I mean, it's like, what do you say to that? Wow. But, other than that, it's like, now if you're a cop, you say, come with me, ma'am, and you take her for 72 hours of observation.
so I told everyone, I know I'm unwanted. I know my child's unwanted. So why keep a child that's unwanted? He was so cute, though. There were so many crazies that wanted him for sure. And like that nurse that was telling me the discharge, she was telling me about, well, my friend's got she fosters kids, and she, and then if you're good with your foster parent, and then you're talking, no. Are you okay? Are you sick in the head that you think that I want to deal with some bullshit, someone else raising my kid right in front of me? No, I'll pass. Check, please. I'll pass. I'll go for another kid when I've got a fucking stable.
I knew a girl. I was actually not even 20, but her child was the result of a random assault on the street. And, we used to get high together, and I listened to her stories all about it. And, the amount of pain when that baby was born that she experienced, that she told me about, it took her a while to make everything okay, and then, real quickly, everything was better, and she was the best mom to that kid ever. But, she did tell me everything that went on, and at the point of birth, she was a freaking basket case. I'm not going to go into personal details, but, an emotional, mental basket case of contradictions of hate and love. And within 6 to 7 months, all of the contradictions went away and it all turned to love. But she went through unimaginable mental turmoil. And Leticia now is just acting like this.
Relationship, and you ain't gonna trap this bitch. Ain't gonna make her fucking breastfeed a child that ain't wanted. Fuck that. The dad didn't want it. Jesus was unwanted. Jesus was unwanted. He did. He came to save those that were ostracized and persecuted. And I feel so weird because I feel like my story has a lot to do with that, dealing with the people that are broken and ostracized and persecuted in society. And I really don't know why people make me out to be some weird antichrist or some shit. Just because I speak the honest truth.
Christina,
just because I speak because I'm a girl too. How in the fuck could this girl just be so spiritual
Crazy
in some ways? And then also, why does she speak like that? Oh, because I want to show you what the fuck. Anyway, I gotta get off here. Damn, I don't believe I get that many views. I really don't. People tell me they're from all over the country and different countries and all over the world, and I'm like, I don't believe it. You have to understand, I've gone through a lot of damage. I've gotten abused by the authorities way too many times to count, and
of all of my subscribers,
and I don't just mean the authorities in the judicial system. I mean the authorities too in the medical systems, and I also mean the authorities in my life, because I believed people that told me that they cared and wanted to love me, and I shouldn't have. Not at all. So, and that's why I never filed for this, for the broken car window. What's the point? And that detective even asked me, did you try to file for, your stolen child? Yeah, I think I did, actually. When my daughter was taken from me by my ex-husband, I tried to file and tell them, hey, he stole my child. the proceedings, the court hearing. Did anybody tell you about the court hearing? Yeah, but my ex-husband told me I didn't have to show up. It is completely true. He was still sleeping with me for 2 months after the divorce, and that can be tracked and traced. So, I'm pretty sure there was something really not so good going on there.
That could be tracked and traced that they were sleeping together.
Nobody wants to see this shit. They want to make it out to be like Leticia did. And I'm like, wait a second, no I didn't. Like, I'm sorry, what? Can you please stop hurting me? Please stop hurting me. Like, people meet me in person. They know. She didn't mean to fucking get abused. She didn't. Now she's got a voice. All of a sudden, now that she started smoking weed and started getting her life together, and they try to tell me at the fucking hospital, get your life together. I'm sorry, I lost 150 pounds in the duration of a couple of years. You're telling me I didn't get my life together before getting pregnant?
Now, once again, you notice the lack of baby. Now, getting pregnant, that's about as far as she goes. But now I just had another thought. I don't like this one either. Because she has a breeder fetish, I wonder if she just sees the baby just now as an object because of it. I don't know. I'm going to have to find someone that knows more than me and have them explain to me a little more about this breeder fetish. I know a lot about it. I met one online when I played World of Warcraft, but this whole of not caring of the baby or even mentioning it the day you bore it. The only time she's ever going to mention that baby is she can weaponize it against the world.
And I did. I was just fine. I was asleep. And he fucking injected me. And so I was like, fuck it, he's never gonna get in trouble. Tried to build up my own self-esteem again because I'd already lost all my dignity from what he had done. And I consented that secondary time, but I looked up the laws. The first time does count as rape. So when I filed, they should have put it through. Then I told the CPS lady about, like, the other guy that might be the potential dad. And she was like, well, did that finish filing? They never contacted me again. They never told me shit about that. I guess they were waiting to see who the real
Well, yeah, no, because you're trying to file rape against 2 different guys on 2 different days, and you going all over dating sites.
Father was, and to see if he was just in the clear, let him go. But
yes, Lisa, and it's just going to happen again and again.
The burgundy vehicle?
You already heard she's ready to date again. If you fall off a camel, get right back on.
Try to manipulate me and try to persuade everyone else into believing that I'm getting away with something. And they try to tell people, that's why they called the hospital, that's why they were saying all this crazy stuff. And they get away with it because they're part of that, like I was telling him, the detective government operatives. And he laughed. And I laughed. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. So, but anyway, I love you guys very much. Today's August 30th, 2022. My baby was born this morning, and now he's gone, and I just have to move on. That's how it is. And when you're in a concentration camp,
she mentioned it finally.
They'll crush it right
at the end,
and you just have to take it.
Saying goodbye.
And I was like, what? And you just move forward, and then they're still gonna beat you down. Go get a job. No, bitch. I'ma fight. I'ma still fight. I'ma still be strong. Yeah. I just fucking run away from you bitches. Sure as fuck, I'm not going to make it to that goddamn court proceeding unless they detain me, which of course they try to do. And I'm just like, in one of these instances, bitch, one of these instances, I will literally lash out and I will literally light your bitch on fire. Don't fucking play with me.
Well, she is now threatening to immolate the authorities. Well, remember what I said about the Buddhist priest? She's thinking of doing the opposite of that.
Like, I'm done. I am fucking done. You think I don't have the capability of doing any of that shit either. And I'm like, wait a second, give me a few odds and ends out of here. MacGyver bullshit. I will fuck your ass up. Especially now that I don't have a baby inside of me.
You're gonna MacGyver us.
And it was stolen. And like, now I'm gonna harbor resentments and a chip on my shoulder just for that. And like anybody, and they were like, don't name him Jason. No, name him Jason. Like, it would have helped me cope with it. But instead everybody's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He'll find his dad one day. Anyway, I gotta go. Today's August 30th, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. I love everybody. And also, fuck
she
the
loves
police.
everyone.
Yeah, love you. Bye.
I love you, Summer. Well, fortunately, my therapy cat is right on time. Aren't you, Summer? Summer always on time. Yes. Now, her's like the Spanish Inquisition, and no one expects her, but she's always on time. Now, we're going to discuss some of this before I go. I'm just trying to think, where do you start? You know, it's like a mattress that's larger than a king or a queen. It's like, where do I pick this beast up at? And I just know that I need my therapy, kitty. Summer, what the hell do you think about this? Think she's a horrible mother? You're a good mother. I mean, now when she gives birth, she comes to me. Always. She will always come to me and give birth. Won't you, honey? Now, the day that she didn't, I think it surprised her, and that was with Richella. And those were the box babies. But they came way premature. Oh, man. I mean, I just can't get over, and that was Leticia. I was half expecting her to be on again, but I know she was having to worry about her charge. Now, she's gotten a ton of new subscribers, so a lot of this, I think she's playing for the simps. And I noticed that she kept that live right at an hour. She's farming views. Yes, she is. She is farming views. You know, for that YouTube check? Yes, she is. She is farming as many views on this as she can. And in fact, I believe for my Leticia arc, that's going to be a video tomorrow. I will talk about Leticia, not the typical things we're talking about here, but the fact that Leticia is just using this as an opportunity to farm YouTube views. Wouldn't it be? She's very crazy. And that's kind of where, I mean, she really didn't leave me much commentary. You know, we all heard it. We all saw it. I mean, I couldn't imagine. You know, I'm a man, and I couldn't imagine having my child born, losing it in a day, and talking about the trivial things, and I don't have a womb. I mean, this mommy loves her babies. Now, at some point, she's ready to whip her babies when they're ruining her life, but they're adult then. Or when she's trying to get them off the nipple. She can be kind of a nasty then, too. What's my good girl? Oh, I'll say, Lisa, I mean, I'm just kind of at a loss. I mean, she's just so lost the plot. But obviously, money is her main thought. Seriously. Well, we got Bob came on. Let's see how much juice I got on this. I still got some juice. Here's some Bob. Let's listen to Bob's intro.
Welcome, Hanlon. Just lost. Cisco.
I kind of like need to
Hanlon,
decompress after Leticia.
Video, which I'm going to do here shortly. I sent it to Griff as well.
Entertain us, Bob.
Because you were also one of the ones who was mocked for talking about your channel being hacked, and I think this is something that you should see.
Oh yeah, Summer's a Manx. She has no tail.
I'm not going to talk about
Richella, her daughter, has a tail.
Well, we'll see what happens here with that. But I'm going to send this over to you, Hanlon.
Summer has one son and one daughter with no tail, and the rest of them have tails.
Turns out, we're all not crazy after all.
You know, I already knew we weren't crazy.
No. He already shared it to Griff, or he already sent it to Griff.
Yeah.
I don't know if Griff shared it or not.
Oh, it could have been, Griff could have shared it. I'm not sure.
Now, you see, YouTube 101. You need to grab your crowd's attention. That's why I start with a quick welcome hello. And then, then I just get right into your face and then we get to it. Hold your attention right here. You guys have valuable time and I don't like to waste human beings' time. And this is stuff that they should have had together before this live started, or just bullshit crap they could have talked about after. I mean, Bob's going to have to work on this, but I'm sure he can't see the problem.
Oh, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, Bob is an anti-bully, and supposedly I am a bully, and Nicolina is the biggest bully. And oh my God, am I ever jealous? I've got such bully envy of Nicolina. I'm being completely humorous here. Well, this is Mother. And let me see, about September 4th, 1 year ago, about 20 feet away in the living room, Summer dumped Richella in a box with 2 others. And Thor got a home, and her brother Fulgrim is outside because he just likes outside and he occasionally sleeps with me. But yes, this is Richella's mom, and she's 5 or so years old.
I apologize. My son's in the background again.
Maybe about to go on 6.
It's like this time of night. He goes deaf, and well, to me, he doesn't listen to me anymore.
Oh yeah, this is Blind Bob and Lori.
7 p.m. It's like, nope, I don't have a mom anymore. So, if you hear him, that's why.
Like I said, I was just looking for something to kind of get my mind off Leticia angering
I
me.
better go and help Adam with something real quick.
Yeah.
I love you.
But they had just started, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. It's like, this is how they're starting their program. Excuse me, some of you cause her. They might as well have started the program with blowing their nose. Sometimes we have sinus reflexes, as Rich Life would say. But, you got to learn to even make having to blow your nose a funny. Now, Bob and them, they've started their live here. And personally, as a viewer, I'd say, is there anything else on? And that's what I'm going to do right now. Like I said, this was their first 4 minutes of this live. And as Beavis said, this sucks, change it. So it sucks, so we're going to change it, because, Bob sucks. Oh shit, Mama TB.
Well, hello, Cracker Jack. Hey, Ernie, would you like to come up for a minute? I'd like to talk to you about ROC. I just heard
yes,
something.
Ernie, please do. Yes, Ernie, go up on her panel. Just saying. Come on, Lightning Lizard.
Do you have time? Okay, let me drop the link.
Hey, he's dropping the link. The missing link. It's Ernie. Ernie can only take the missing link, being a missing link.
That's the real Ernie, isn't it? He's blue, right? He's got a wrench.
That Ernie, I think that he's blue.
I don't know, it's me. Duke was in here earlier.
Oh, Duck was in there. The Duke goes quack. I mean,
Okay, thank you, Alicia.
You got like a revolving door of losers, dude?
Hello, Mr. Shell.
How you doing?
All right, sir, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Hello,
I heard this little
Ghosty.
rumor that ROC's for sale.
I thought about it. I had a guy offer me money for it, but
He had
it
a
wasn't
car.
really up to par, and
That's pretty money.
I ended up just saying no for that because I didn't know. I thought it might be somebody that it would go into the wrong hands, and
The wrong hands.
you know, we have to vet our people.
Vet him.
Yes, we do.
Vet
We
him
talked about
twice,
that earlier.
scam him once.
I must
No, scam
apologize
him
for
twice,
leaving your
vet
panel
him
so
once.
quickly. I had my roommate. I had to call 911 and have him sent to the hospital. So.
Oh wow. So, what would you do with it? What would you do with Operation Rescue Our Children?
Kitty Griff.
Well, we were just actually talking about that. You know, if it would be a good idea to buy it from you.
Ernie got a touch of the do too much mess.
I would do great things with it, Ernie, to be honest. I want to bring a lot of awareness to missing children. Actually, right now, I'm
So could this be why Benny was
is looking
wanting
up
to
some
talk
information
to
out of
Ernie?
Tennessee for me because
Wanting to get in on the
apparently
split
there's
on the
anywhere
kitty
from
grip?
400 to 700 children go missing from there every month.
Wow.
Putting my finger in the air, it's starting to
working
feel
on
like
that,
the
and
wind's
you know-
blowing from that direction.
We the people will protect the children at all costs.
I like it.
You know, I'm all about kids. I am 100% all about saving the children. As you can see, I have a missing child up on my up here today.
Well, if you
I see
have the
that.
missing child up there, it's
Mhm.
no longer missing. I hope
Back
it's a
up there. Can you
picture.
see it better now?
But yes, she just told
This
me
is 2-month-old
that she
missing
has the missing
Gunner
child.
Lee.
I mean, words mean something, chick. You just told me you had the child. And you're not supposed to hang them. You're supposed to take care of them. And give them back.
Bolin. Missing out of
Unfolded,
White County,
spindled,
Tennessee.
or mutilated, just saying.
As of the 30th yesterday. Or today. That's today, right? Today's the 30th?
Yes.
Yeah, as of today. Supposedly, allegedly, he was kidnapped by his father, who does not have custody of him, and they do not have a description of a vehicle. They don't know much except for he took the baby. The baby's 2 months
Wow.
old.
So that's White County, right?
Yeah, White County, Tennessee.
What is that near?
This month.
Why don't you fucking
What is
Google
that
it,
near?
Skip
What is White
Tracer?
County near?
Okay,
I am not sure. I would have
kids. Ernie supposedly hunted roast bounty in Tennessee. Shouldn't this be a point that any Skip Tracer that was licensed in the state of Tennessee should know? Right off the top of their fucking head.
look that up, Ernie.
Hold on
Does
a second.
anybody
I
know
think
where White County is near? Anybody in chat know where White County is near? To go out in the
Come on, Ernie. Skip Tracer.
Oh, I would have that
Can't
training.
you figure
I
out
would
where a
go
county is in a state,
do it just
dude?
be able to find these children.
I mean, I could Google it up real quick, but I'm kind of liking your squirming ass.
It's a tough one. Maybe you don't have to stop living them. You just need to walk away. Shouldn't allow someone in your life that hurts you.
Well,
Okay.
what I could do is, I can't remember on Facebook.
I got a device
I've got
getting
the
low.
Operation Rescue Our Children page too still, and I think there's it's either 3,000 or 6,000. I can't remember how many people on the page, but I had it yet. I don't do nothing with Facebook much anymore. So,
You don't do much with Facebook anymore?
You know why he doesn't?
no, not hardly at all.
Because Facebook would not help him in his moment of need. He yelled, "Help me, Facebook! Help me, Facebook!" But Facebook never came.
It was a while.
Can you put this in my room? I'm listening, Ernie. Go ahead.
But after this is over, contact me and we'll see if we can work something out. I mean, I've got a full license, or I got a thing I can. I'll have to talk to some people too. But
He's got a
if you're
full
really
license and a thing.
interested in it, doing right and doing good things, I can show you where you can do your training.
Now, I love that one. He's still around to say he's got a license and a thing. Well, I got a thing too, Ernie. And I got two things that hang right under that thing.
I can show you those places and get you in touch with the right people and put you in touch with organizations. I can do that easily.
Okay. Sounds
So
good to me.
After this is over, just give me just message me, or I'll tell you what, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Just hit me up on Messenger tonight after you get done with that, and we'll talk about stuff.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you. Be good.
Sounds like a plan. You too.
Now, what that means is, I'm Ernie, and I'm here to grift you. You know, that actually needs to be like on his name tag. You know, Ernie needs to like have it tattooed on his body. Hello, I'm Ernie. I'm here to grift you.
Ernie, have a good night. Well. Oh, it's near Sparta, Tennessee. Ernie, if you're still listening, it's near Sparta, Tennessee. White County is.
So it's not quite Sparta.
You gotta go home to your mom?
This isn't Sparta!
So, you guys. Oh. Okay, hold on, guys. I got a message.
From message from beyond. What
Thank
does
you for
this
that.
message tell us?
All right. Oh, no, Daisy Joe, I had to drive 30 miles. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, Jen.
Well, you just had big old Ernie up there.
So what do you guys think about that?
Think about what? We need a noun. I like to buy a
I
noun.
wouldn't be doing this by myself, so anybody that's serious, even though we live in different states, we can make it work.
Well, Leticia had no phone cord. She has to get one. So that's why I knew after her live ended, she's going to have to get a phone cord and charge her device. So that's how I know I can hang out here for a while, decompress, and then charge my devices. Because I expect some histrionics. And also, I really think that Ernie and Jimbo are going to act out sometime later in the night. And once again, being a team player, I'm kind of on night watch. So, you know, at those times where Ernie and Jimbo and that crowd think they could get away with something, you know, I'm going to be there. And many times like this, you know, I'll come on and share it with you. And this is kind of what I'm doing right now. This is what I would be doing if I wasn't talking to you guys. You know, kind of going around, seeing what I did. And we've just now saw that Ernie's trying to scam Mama T, and they'll be talking to each other later. And Ernie's got license and a thing. I kind of want to clip that one, but I'm just going to leave that one in my memory. And you will hear from now on, you know, when he says he has something, and I'm going to say, and he has a thing. Now, what this thing is, have no idea.
Mama T, have you made a first? Not yet, Linda Marie, but I'm going to get on that tomorrow, I promise. Scouts honor. Girl Scouts honor. Oh, what did Just Legs say? I'm missing stuff. We have 584 missing a month in Missouri. Oh my goodness, Just Legs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have to check that one out too. Can you?
Now, what they're trying to say is that's how many missing reports are in the state, which 95 to 98 of them will be cleared up within 24 hours. You know, those that don't are the ones that make the news.
Just like do some homework for me on that. Just like Truth Hurts is doing some in her area for me. Can you find out if there's a specific area they go missing from more than others?
Okay, my device is over here is getting a little bit low, so I'm going to kind of end this here because she's not going to get any more interesting. But I do notice that the Ernie camp is starting to try to align themselves for a big grift. And it seems that children's involved, and I guess Benny's wanting a cut of this. And yesterday night, Jimbo just kept having politics on. You know, once again, you know, trying to rally everyone around his cause. And see, what they're trying to do is gain legitimacy in easy marks. And we're going to be there to put an end to that. But it's starting to show me what their end game is. And they're going to go back in the next big case where the kid gets missing. They are, and it takes national attention. They're going to try to make as much money as possible. Oh yeah, Kim. You know, that, I mean, it was horrible. And I flipped back, and he looked like he was having to sit there, and Jimbo was just looking like he was in pain. And if there's anything important later, now another one tonight is his bullshit, and I don't expect much, but Ernie wants attention. So, we're going to see what Ernie does to get attention. And if he does it on my shift, we will be there. Well, this just died, so I just lost chat. So, everyone, thank you for coming. And yes, that's why I was getting out of here, because I was losing my chat device because it was dying, and it is now dead. Now, thank you for coming. And, you know, if something important happens in the middle of the night, if I'm awake, we will be here to cover it. Now, good night.